It's PlayStation 2 Day. Today? PlayStation 2.
PlayStation.
Right, I'm going to take a look at some of the games that define the PlayStation 2 era. These are heavy-hitting titles, AAA blockbusters, mostly. They're the games most fondly remembered by the largest amount of people, the most critically revered titles, and sometimes even the start of a brand new franchise. And it all began here, on the PS2. So strap yourselves in, ladies and gentlemen, it's going to get emotional. Right, I'm going to go through these games chronologically, starting with Dead or Alive 2. This was a launch title on the PS2, and it's a fantastic brawler from Team Ninja. If you've never played it, give it a shot. It's got great graphics, astounding gameplay, like the countering, it just feels so good. I personally preferred the Dreamcast version, but the PS2 is really close. Now, Ico came out in 2001. Is it Ico? Eco? Who cares, right? Ico's a really great puzzle platformer, arguably bettered by Shadow of the Colossus, well, almost certainly bettered by Shadow of the Colossus. It was a game that really defined what the PS2 was all about, and coming so early in its life cycle meant I had to put it here. Devil May Cry came out the same year, released by Capcom, and the start of a long-running franchise. This hack and slash adventure sees you wielding swords and guns, battling your way through all sorts of nasties, and was another fantastic showpiece of the emotion engine and what the PS2 could deliver in the right hands. Naughty Dog, famous for, famous developer of Crash Bandicoot, brought us Jak And Daxter, the Precursor Legacy, in 2001. This cartoon platformer delivered animation like we'd never seen on a home console before, featuring the work of ex-Disney animators. You can sort of think of it as a stepping stone from Crash Bandicoot to Uncharted. Now, EA gave us SSX as a launch title on the PS2, then gave us SSX Tricky the following year. It was just a more bombastic snowboarding game, and the Run DMC music on top was just the cherry on an already satisfying extreme sports cake. Also in 2001, we got Silent Hill 2. Like all great adventures, Silent Hill 2 starts you off in a men's restroom, and you later venture forth into Silent Hill to uncover the mysteries of what happened to your missing wife. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater is a staple on PlayStation, and in 2003, Activision and Neversoft gave us Tony Hawk's Underground. It ditched the 2-minute time limit in favour of a more open world approach, where you would encounter NPCs to give you various wacky missions. There are a lot of great rhythm action games on the PS2, but it's Amplitude that stands out for me as one of the era's defining greats. A sequel to the critically acclaimed Frequency, Amplitude was just Frequency but better. Better songs, better gameplay mechanics, better graphics. Play it. Now, I didn't know which GTA to put here, but I went for San Andreas because it offers the best value. I'm sure a lot of you have played it by now. If you haven't, you probably should. I wouldn't necessarily recommend the PS2 version, as even then it wasn't necessarily the best version to play. I'd give that title to the Xbox. But the 3D GTA games all started their life here on the PlayStation 2. Criterion Games had already established itself as a fantastic developer of racing games on the PS2. In 2004, they gave us Burnout 3 Takedown. This is almost without a doubt one of the best looking titles on the PlayStation 2. It had fast, fluid 60 frames a second gameplay, and it's still just brilliant fun to pick up and play. Now, after the controversy surrounding Metal Gear Solid 2, Konami gave us Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater. Now, if you're wondering what that controversy was, it's because a lot of players didn't like being Raiden, they wanted to be Snake. So, in Metal Gear Solid 3, they doubled down on Snake. Aside from a brief gag at the beginning where you start off as sort of disguised as Raiden, you continue the game as Snake. Gran Turismo, nothing more to be said really. Gran Turismo 4 was the best one on the PS2. It had more cars, more tracks, more everything. God of War. By 2005, some people had already started charting their progress to the future with Xbox 360 and PS3 on the horizon. But that didn't stop Sony bringing us God of War.
God of War.
The first in a fantastic, long-running and critically acclaimed franchise. Now, this is the last one I've got. I do think it's a defining game for the PlayStation 2, you might not, but it's Outrun, 2006, Coast to Coast. It had the spirit of the 1986 original, all wrapped up in a more modern, live, entertaining and younger body, just like this. Well, there you have it. Got nothing more to add. Let's go back to me on the floor. These 10 or so titles that I've picked out are must-plays in my opinion. Now, there are around 10,000 titles released worldwide on the PlayStation 2, so there's no shortage of great games, and there's no shortage of bad ones either, to be fair. Now, clearly, with such a large library of games, there's no way I could have covered them all here. Not even all the games that define the PlayStation 2 era. Everyone had their own experience of PlayStation 2. This was a mistake. You know what to do the like thing, do the subscribe thing. Alright, I need to stand up. Can't do it anymore.
Flippin' heck.